Hey guys, I know it's been a while. I'm sorry I had to take my little second life hiatus, but I am back and I am back with a vengeance. Yo, check this out. I have found the newest, greatest addiction on SL. Let me introduce you to Potted. Yes, it's called Potted, and we are potheads. Yes, me and Chris. Hi, Chris. Let me introduce you to
Hello.
my sister, my Second Life sister, also my Second Life business partner. She is the head in charge of Family Roots Auction House, where we do auctions for Potted, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But let's go over what is Potted. Potted is da 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 da. That's your cue, Chris.
Potted is what you would consider a house plant. You have to water it, you have to nurture it, just like you would in real life. And we have automatic waterers, but they have three different types of plants. We have the ivies, the spiders, and of course our lovely little aliens, the carnivores.
And here are the carnivores right here, and here is a pot. And right now, we have three different plants, like Chris said, that you can breed, which are carnies, ivies, and spiders. And then there's also different pots that you can put each plant into. So here are some of the pots, and now understand that these pots here can only seed the carnies. This was confusing to me at first. Can't put an ivy seed in a carny pot, vice versa. So make sure your pot matches your seed. But you can put any carny seed in any carny pot.
Exactly.
Here are some of the water wells here, and we have some of the beach pails down here. Now, I did want to show you this one carnivore, carny. I just call them carnies. This is the orange one. Now, you see all of the little, what do you call that comes out of them when they're ready to harvest? The, what do you call
Girl, I don't know, sparkles.
Yeah. Whatever it is, when you see the sparkles or the particles coming out of your plant, that means they're ready to harvest. So this is what you're living for Potted, is to get your harvest and get your stars up. Here are the stars, and this is kind of like the leveling of Potted. So not only are you breeding the plants, but you're also leveling them up to an elite status in which you can sell for a crazy amount of money. And we will go over why this is such a great investment, because time is all you need to make money with your investment. I mean, obviously you need linens to start, but then after that, all you need is time. And the longer your plant is around, the more it's worth. So that's what makes it so special, and that's what I love about it, that all you really need is time. So your patience will definitely pay out with Potted. Here are some of the limited editions. Now, I'll explain to you why some of these pots are not readily available to the public versus some that are. So they make it worth more money. But we'll go over all that in a little while. Let's go on and walk on over to the ivy plants. She has three different species of plants right now. We have the carnies, the ivies, and the spider. And here are the ivy pots. She just came out with some beautiful little coffee cups that you could plant your cute little ivy plants into.
These over here are the newest ones,
And
for
I
the
think,
coffee couture.
which ones? Oh, the ones to
Over
the
here.
left. Yep.
Yes, for the new seeds that just landed, that are the coffee coutures. There's three of those so far.
And you could buy them in the fat pack, or you could buy them single right here at the store. And then there's the elven pots. I think these are your favorite ivy pots.
Yes, those are my favorites. The little elven pots. They're cute.
And the ivy plants look so beautiful in them, and we'll show you what the ivy plants look like inside of them when we go to the store. And then we also have the desktop trellises here for the ivy plants. And you see the stars above the plant? You gain these stars as your plant levels up. So when you first get this pot, you're not going to have any of these stars up here on your pot. As it grows, you'll gain stars. And we'll go over that a little bit more in detail here shortly. And then we also have the poetic pedestal for, again, these are just for the ivy plants. Now we're going to walk over here to the spider, and Chris is going to tell you a little bit about the spider plants and some of the pots that we have here.
So for the spider plants, we do have a whole lot more different pots. Well, not me, but Potted does. Because I guess the spider plants were a big thing. We have the hanging pots.
These are so cute.
And they're adorable, and you could buy a fat pack or you could buy individuals, and they're called the bumble pots. And then we have towards the left, we have the wildwood mayhem, and these are cute for the spider. There's one there with a spider in it already, a spider plant. And if you could see the little mushrooms growing around it, instead of getting stars, you get mushrooms on this pot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Isn't that adorable?
These are the newest spider pots too that I think came out. I'm not sure.
Those were those are like, I forget. I think they were the third pots that came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. So
a lot of people
around.
thought they were retired, right? A lot of people thought they were retired. They just didn't see them up there hiding. And of course, we got the coffee mugs, and I love the ones over the coffee mugs. The little pot man pot. I think those are so adorable.
Oh, these
and
are my favorite. And
as you can see, those got stars. And then you have the little sass pots.
So you gain these stars as it grows. So you start with one star and probably the nose, and then the left eye, the right eye. Oh, that's so cute.
Yes.
See, I'm still learning things too, because I'm semi-new. I've been doing this now for, 2 weeks? And you've been in it for a few months.
About a month.
So you're much more knowledgeable. I've been in it about
a month to a month and a half. Now, I also want to tell you, you don't have to worry about the prices. Now, some pots are more expensive than the other pots. They have all prices from 99 lindens up to 600 and 700 lindens. Let me tell you something. The only reason you're buying a 700 linden pot is because you like the style and the aesthetic of it, because you could get the same amount of stars, the same amount of time as a 99 linden pot. I'm cheap. I go for the 99 lindens.
There you go.
Because it's not going to change. It's the stars that matter.
Right. So you're saying the quality of your breeded seed does not have anything to do with the pot. It only has to do with the level of the pot, not the design of the pot.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. People buy the different designs for the aesthetic, or to be matchy, as I call it.
Yeah, I like to be matchy with some of the pots. And what she means is that these plants come in every color you could imagine under the sun. So if you buy one of these blue bumblebee spider plant pots, a lot of times people will put some type of blue variety spider plant in it to match it up, which is cute. So you know, it's limitless what you can do as far as designing these different pots with the seeds. Okay, so we covered the 3 different species. They also do some charity events, and they have special pots that come out during different times of the year. Obviously, everybody knows that it's Pride Month in June. So Potted came out with this great limited edition Pride Potted series, which has pretty much a little bit of everything. We have carnies, we have ivy plants, spider plants. We also have a composite bin. We'll explain what that is to you shortly. And a watering can as well. And all of this is for Pride. And here is the Pride Carney. Isn't this adorable?
Yes. These are stunning. And sadly, this goes away tonight because, it's the end of the month. And we'll see what comes up next month.
So if you're probably watching this video, they are gone.
But you could buy them at Third Market, but we'll talk about third-party markets later.
And if you want to talk about the Sky Garden Fat Pack and the Elephant Charity, that would be great.
Okay, so the Sky Garden, that is a new seed that you could only get through compost, and we'll explain the compost later. But right now they came out with these new pots. If you could see them, they're all the zodiacs for the spider plant. So you could only put spider plants in here. They did have some for the ivy plants, but those were limited edition and they went bye-bye. As a matter of fact, when I started potted, I got to get my zodiac and my real partner's zodiac pot right before they went away.
I'm so mad because I have the seed and I don't have the pot. I'm still looking for the Aquarius pot. Team Aquarius. I got my spider Aquarius, but I didn't get my ivy Aquarius, so...
Now, let me tell you something. For these pride things, the pride pots, they had a bash. They had what we call the biggest bash in Second Life. And it went for 3 days, 3 times a day. I got to go to 7 of the 9 events they held. Because I work, so I was tired. And they were giving away special pride plants that you got for free. Spider and ivy. They had limited edition special pots, which I'll show you mine later when we get that far. I'll show you my collection of insanity. And it was so much fun. You just don't understand the community, the togetherness. It's not about what you could get for free, but it was fun meeting new people, getting to know other people, the dancing, the laughing, the joking. The potted community, yes, just like any community, we got our bad apples, but you just look away from those and you continue on your happy potted life.
Absolutely. They raised over 4,000 USD to fund some elephants, and here
yes, that
elephants.
Is over here. So this past weekend was Court's birthday. She is the co-owner of Potted. Now, this was our goal. She wanted to raise money for sponsoring elephants. Look at these beautiful domestic creatures. There is so much happening to these creatures that it touched my heart about the story and what they go through in Asia and India and all this stuff. It was insane. But we did raise over 4,000 real dollars. And she showed us transactions that was sent to them. And these are the 4, she put pictures up, the 4 elephants that we got to save. And it was just so inspiring and such a good time. And yeah, she gave away seeds to people, random seeds. I think Saturday was spiders and then Sunday was ivies, and I didn't get my whole collection, but I bought seeds off of other people, did a couple of trades, and I got my whole collection. She will continue to sell this little elephant for the spider pot, so we could continue to put money together to continue to try to save as many elephants as possible. And we even have another compost right there, and it's so pretty. And if you come to the store, click on the stories on these elephants and what they go through, because you get a little story on the background. It is like so touching.
And she
So
also
touching.
has a website, gentlegiantelephants.org, and
Yep.
100% of the proceeds for the gray elephant and the compost go to the Gentle Giants.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we have a lot of awesome fundraising going on, and she also gives you things for giving back. So it's not all about just taking your lindens. Like I said, she gave out she gave out wonderful seeds to go with these beautiful pots that we're going to show you.
Yes.
So it's just a lot of fun. So we covered all of the different species. We're going to go ahead and head on over to the place where you can sell and buy some of the limited items. We're going to go ahead and have Chris take us on over to the auction because I can't do it on Black Dragon. I barely can walk on Black Dragon. Let alone teleport somewhere. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. She's so funny. Let me go ahead and get her over here.
Yep, we're going to head on over to the auction. Yeah, Potted is just amazing. Oh, I have to show my UI in order to get the teleporter, guess.
Can't teleport if you ain't got it open.
No, I just opened it. Here we go.
There we go. Now this is Family Roots. This is our auction house, me and Skylar's. And I myself, there's plenty of auction places. You can pick and choose where you go. That is up to you. But the best place to start to learn about pricing is going to auctions.
Exactly.
You can see, and you could also get a deal because you never know. Now, we have the regular potted auctions. Then we have the middle type of, not elite, but not so low. That's me. I'm in the middle. And then we have the elite status auctions. We will show you some elite auction places in a little bit.
And the difference between that is the prices. So people in the elite auctions will put up 4, 5-star plants, maybe some bronze and gold plants, and sell those for what they're worth.
Yes. And the regular auction houses, they start at they're limited. They start their seeds at 500. If you have a pot in a plant together, it's 1,000. The starting bids, so on and so forth. Every single auction place has their own rules.
So in other words, you guys, when you harvest your plants and you're selling your seeds, you have to check with the auction house to make sure that your seed isn't below the price, because we're trying to keep the economy rich and robust, and we don't want to sell the seeds for super cheap. We don't want to sell them for 25 linens, 100 linens. So all of the auction houses have come together, and we tried to keep the seeds at a nice fair price of 500 for regular seeds and 1,000 for limited edition.
Yes.
And they do vary. So some auction houses do it for 800, some might do it for 1,000. So just check. But go ahead.
Like here, I'm getting new rules starting the beginning of next week. I'm going to be starting seeds at 800. So that encourages people to bring better seeds and sell their product. And, again, everybody has different rules, different regulations of how they want to sell it. But you don't want to undersell your seeds, because then what was the point?
And what I'm going to do for all the viewers here, if you've never been to an auction before, it can be a bit intimidating. I know, because I was intimidated the first time I stepped into an auction. Understand that you don't have to buy or sell anything to come to an auction. Okay, all you have to do is sit and watch and listen and get comfortable with the whole process and understand how to bid. There's certain etiquette that we all have. There's certain rules. They're not stickler rules, but they're just common sense rules. If you bid on a product, you obviously have to buy it if you win it. That's common sense. And yeah, I mean, you just got to learn. I mean, I could talk to you until I'm blue in the face. You actually have to come to an auction to experience it. It's a lot of fun. And it does
It
take
is.
about an hour. It just depends on who's calling and what they're selling. But it's going to take about a good hour for you to get through a full auction. And I will
And
leave
the bid
links below.
wars.
Yeah, exactly. And the bid wars, which are so much fun and exhilarating. You want to talk about having some adrenaline rush on SL. I haven't had an adrenaline rush on SL in I don't know how long. Come to an auction. You'll get them. I promise you will.
It's exciting.
It is.
Even if you're not bidding, it's exciting because you're like, oh, who's going to win? Are they going to do it? No.
It brings the life back into Second Life. Auctions are so much fun. And again, when you first come, you don't have to do anything. Just kind of get your feet wet, see what's going on, see how people bid on stuff, and you'll get the hang of it. It's not rocket science. I will leave links below, slurls to a few of the auction houses here in SL, so you can go visit with the times of the auctions. But moving forward, we're going to go ahead actually and show you two other auction houses other than this one. If Chris wants to go ahead and grab an Uber,
Yeah, I'm
and
going to get the
slide
Uber.
slide us on over to Mad Hatter, because there's different themes. Here we have a celestial kind of witchy theme, which I absolutely love, with all the different zodiac signs. Mad Hatter is auction is more centered towards like Alice in Wonderland. Hold on, let me get my
Yes.
UI back. All right.
Let me grab you real quick. Now that I am centered. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, this is a very Mad Hatter, let's have some tea with the rabbit and go down the rabbit hole type situation.
Now, this is one of the elite auctions we were talking about, right, Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got to come with them deep pockets and them elite plants. Well, no, they don't have to be elite, but we're not doing 1-star plants, common seeds here usually.
Yeah, this is very high price. They have signs up of what their limits, minimum bids, minimum asking prices are. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So the board above is a waiting list. So let me tell you how popular these auctions are. How many panels does Mad Hatter have? 20?
They actually have 18.
Okay, so that means there are 18 different people can auction their goods. Okay, and what you do is you come in and you reserve your panel ahead of time. So if the auction is tonight at 6 o'clock, you probably want to come in. And we have this also at Family Roots. I forgot to tell you, you go to one of these little signs here that say available, you click it, you pay a linden, and boom, you've reserved it. And it's always important to set up how soon before the auction, Chris?
As soon as they release the panels.
Yeah. Now, the waiting list is for people that don't show up. So let's say you reserved a panel and in real life happened and you just can't show up to the auction. They're going to release the panels and go on this waiting list here and say, okay, now you can have this panel from the no-show. But you know what? In potted, there's very few no-shows. I'm going to tell you right now.
Very few.
Very
Very
few. Because the resale value on potted is just absurd. It's amazing how you could take a $100, well, you can't buy seeds for $100, but you could take a 500 linden seed and a 99 linden pot and turn it into 35,000 lindens. And I'm not exaggerating, because if you turn that pot to elite, someone's going to buy that pot for 35K. I promise you that. Okay.
Yeah, or more. Or more.
Yeah, exactly. Or more. And they're coming up with, well, right now, you can actually go buy higher level pots if you don't like the plant in it. You can dig it out and put the seed in that you want. It doesn't affect the level of the pot.
Nope. The level on the pot stays always.
But
always.
if you're watching this video when I uploaded it, then I will tell you that the plant will be destroyed. However, they are doing an update, right, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, and on the update, what's going to happen at that point once they do update the system?
The update, they're bringing out a couple of new things. I will say this, there is a disclaimer. Sometimes there is a glitch with the plants. Now, I would have to show you when we go to my nursery. That's what I call it, my nursery. It's my greenhouse. And we have these waters that we put out. We have watering cans and we fill them up. And it's 1 liter of water per plant will water that plant for 30 days. Okay, so always remember that 1 liter of water will water 1 plant for 30 days. So if you got 30 liters in there, you could have up to 30 plants and it'll water it. But there is a known glitch with the water that sometimes it doesn't water your plants. And luckily, your plant is not going to die within the first 24 hours. Just water it, pick it up, res it out again, and it should connect. But because of that known glitch, they're doing a big update to fix that. Because potted wasn't intended to blow up the way it did. Potted was supposed to be for hobbyists and people who just like beautiful plants in their home, for role play, whatever whatever the case may be. But potted kind of went insane. And everybody fell in love because who doesn't like plants?
I'm telling you.
Everybody got plants in the real house. Who does not like plants?
When I seen this, I was like, oh yeah, I have to get into this. I really do. So we do have, and they're also going to allow us to save the plants that we dig up
Yes.
with the new update. So if you don't like the
Yes.
plant, you're probably going to be able to dig it up and save it if you're watching this at a later date. If you're watching it as soon as I upload it, then you know that you cannot save the plant. So
Yeah. Right now, you cannot save the plant. It will be destroyed. But with the update, they're coming out with, one of my friends called it the magical hoe. I was like, what? So you could transplant your plant. Say that plant that you planted on that 5-star pot is not as popular as that new plant that just dropped. And you want to put that new plant that just dropped, that just got in the server, into that 5-star pot, but you love the plant that's in there right now. So you grab that, you get with the magic hoe, you would take that plant out, put it in another pot, and then put your new plant in that pot. So you could transplant it from one pot to another.
I'm surely waiting for that update. That's for sure.
Me too. I got a lot of work to do when that comes out.
So before we wrap this up and take you to the resale stalls, we're going to take you to one more auction to show you a different vibe.
Mhm.
There's several. Let me tell you something. There's a ton of auctions on SL.
Yes.
I'm just saying. You got to pick your favorite. You'll find the ones that you like. I'm not going to suggest any. I'm just showing you a few random ones that I go to. But you got to choose your own. Find the one that vibes with you. And once you get into the potted community, it won't be hard to find the auctions. So
No. And there's several. I will just throw a couple of little shout outs. There's Garden of Eden. There's Tally Ho. There is BMF, Sweetwaters. I'm pretty sure some of you know about some of these places. They got the Harrison auction. The one we're going to take you right now is the Hunteress auction. I'm pretty sure you've heard that name somewhere in passing. Let me go ahead and hit you. And I love the way she decorated here. Oh, it is so bohemian kind of vibe.
ooh. It's already rezzing in. I love it.
It's very bohemian, very, I can't really put my word to it, but it's just so, let's chill, relax. And this one, they have a night auction on Saturday at 10 p.m. SL time. And you talk about a good time. This is where you come. Don't come in your little. Do not come in your little. This is for the grown-ups.
I haven't
It's the
been
after dark.
here.
It's the after dark
As we can
auction.
see, as we can see here with the poll, as we can see here with the poll. This is adorable. I love the auction blocks. And again, the same thing applies. See, all you have to do is buy the little sign here and you reserve that panel. You throw the plant on there that you want to sell, your minimum bid, bada bing, bada bang. It's that easy to sell.
Exactly.
It is that easy to sell. This is gorgeous. I haven't been here, Chris. You've got to take me.
Yes.
And again,
Well, you got to be around.
we are a community. So a lot of these auctions, including ourselves, we're just trying, right now we're kind of a new auction and we're figuring out which charity we want to donate to because we want to make sure 100% legit, Second Life, check mark, all that good stuff. But here is RFL, and they sell seeds and donate 100% of the proceeds of these seeds to the charity of their choice.
Yep.
So there you
Pretty
go.
soon she'll be, because it's finished. The relay has finished today. I know Hunches will be putting out the charity for diabetes, which is very important.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm still not Huntress, sorry. Mad Hatters does the charity for Homes for Troops, which 100% goes to those our soldiers that have nowhere to go, have no home, that helps our troops that have nowhere to go.
So the potted community definitely gives back. And
Yes.
if you like to be a part of something like that, then we definitely welcome you with open arms for sure. We're going to go ahead now and take you on over to the resale stalls. So we have a nice spot at Family Roots. So when you get into pottage, you obviously want to keep some plants for yourself, but you're also going to want to resell some of them and make your profit, because that's the fun, right? It's always fun to make a profit on SL. And we're going to show you the places to do it.
Okay, give me 1 second. I will TP you. I want to start off with one of my favorite people that he always decorates his little stall so nicely. I love it. Sometimes I just stand here and just stare at it because I think it's so cute.
I know exactly what you're talking about too. So,
Excuse me.
a lot of the auction houses that we just showed you and the list that she mentioned also have stalls for sale, and they're usually somewhere very, very close to the auction, so you can get visibility from the people that come and visit the auctions. But this is a place where you put your plants and you can resell them for a profit, depending on, a lot of people have certain plants that they're looking for that are hard to find, or you may have plants that have a nice star level on them. But you can definitely resell all of your plants. So talk to me a little bit about this pothead. We're called potheads, by the way.
Yes, we've been potted.
Yeah.
So this one here is Tom. Tom has a beautiful, as you can see, he decorated his stall so beautifully. He put a dragon. If you do a little close up, you'll see some of the spider men. I call them men because they got little feet and they're watching TV, which at first I didn't realize it.
This is so cute. These are the pots from Potted that we showed you earlier.
Yes, and you can see some of the ivy plants planted in that elven princess that I like. You see some of the carnivores in the little pots. And if you see the little elephant over there, that was part of a charity event we had over the weekend.
Absolutely, yep. And they were giving the flags away for free, weren't they?
Yes, and everybody goes crazy over them flags.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
And I have a full
That
collection.
is beautiful.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you, of course.
I had to get my sissy over and be like, come here, charity. You got to give to charity. Now, I am doing a little remodeling here. It's going to look a little different if you guys pass by. I'm hoping by Monday I'll have everything set for when my auction comes on Wednesday. But if you walk this way, we could show you you could see some stuff, and I could show you a couple of the other stalls that are here. Um,
You did
let's
such a
see.
great job decorating this. It's so vibrant
I
and
tried. I wanted
fun.
to make it a mystical situation.
We want something entertaining, something to brighten our day, and this is definitely it.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so this one right here with the carnies in front, this is one
Hmm.
of our other patrons, Agatha. She put her carnivores in this section. Look at the cuteness of this. She did such a beautiful job.
And look, what is this level 5? I have my UI turned off. What is this level 5 Mary Jane in the black pot going for?
Oh, let's see what she's got it for. Oh my God, so cheap. 4,999, but only because it's got a match pot.
Right.
So, in other words, she did it according to how many stars instead of what the LE is in there. Because Mary Jane, you cannot clone, you cannot find unless somebody's selling it, and Mary Jane alone is expensive. Mary Jane alone costs 2K.
Exactly. And then if you get the pot to go with it, which looks exactly like the carnivore, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
pay in upwards of 10K and up.
Yes, yes,
And these are the new
and it's got
designer
5 stars.
I know, that's so tempting to
Oh my
buy.
God. Yeah, these are the latest. Well, not the latest, but these came out a couple of weeks ago. I call them the designer carnies. They are so adorable. You match the carny to the pots.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Isn't that? Isn't that? Oh, and she actually rented 2 stalls. Two stalls. This one was for her carnivores, and then we have this way. She put that in my moon. Oh, I'm gonna get her. She put her little tag in my moon. No, that's gotta go. She did her spider plants and her ivies.
Oh.
Here are some of the zodiac ivies that we mentioned before.
Oh, does she have
Yes,
Aquarius?
yes.
Oh, you know what? I came and looked the other day. She doesn't have Aquarius.
No,
And they have
just put these out.
stars. Wow. She has 4
Yes.
stars, 2 stars, 3 stars.
Oh,
So,
look, I think she has the Pride ones. Yes, look, she has the ones that were for the Pride event. The ones that you cannot
oh,
get. The pots that were only limited to those 3 days. And then you got the plants that they were given for free.
so
Ivies.
explain while I'm showing these plants. Explain the difference between a low level pot versus a 5-star pot. What is the incentive of having your pot higher?
Okay, so now anything could happen. You could sometimes get a good LE plant out of a low level pot, but with each star you get, you have a better chance of getting those good LE drops.
And Chris is talking about seeds.
Yeah, so the higher the pot, the better your chances to be one of the first people to get that drop.
Right. So we have some seeds that are
And
really hard to get, and you
yes,
can sell them for a lot of money. What is the highest amount you've ever seen a seed go for?
a regular seed,
No, an LE seed. What's the
an
highest?
LE seed, the highest I've seen go just the seed by itself,
No pot.
15K. 15K, no pot, no
15,000.
stars, no nothing, just the seed on its own.
And that is something you harvest out of a plant.
Yes.
And how often can you harvest out of the plants?
It's every 7 days.
So there you go. And you get a star point every hour.
Every hour that it's watered automatically. Obviously, if you miss a point, you might miss a point or whatever, because once you start hitting that 60 to 100 plants, yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of issue. Oh, look, there's some plants right here that are thirsty, and I guess her water didn't get it.
Oh, see, let me
So
turn
I'm
on
gonna,
my UI so you guys can see what we're talking about.
yes,
So you have a little hover text above the plants. It tells you if it's thirsty, how many points it is to the next level, and what level
hmm
star it is, and how many hours to the next harvest. I know you
yes, and I'm
can't
gonna,
really see that very well, but that's what is written above the plant. So her plant is
yeah,
thirsty.
and
All you have to do
so
is
I'm gonna
what?
go ahead and give it a little. I'm gonna click it. A drop down menu will come down. It'll say water, and I watered it for her
And
because
that's it.
that's what I do for my patrons. If I see one of their plants are a little thirsty, I'll go ahead and click it, and it gives it a little watering situation. And I'm a good owner. I like to make sure my patrons are happy.
And we do have to cover one more thing before we wrap up the rental stalls. We're going to wrap up the rental stalls by, can you explain like what the cost is and how many prims at Family
Okay,
Roots?
so every place is different, obviously. Here at Family Roots, I do 100 prims for 75 lindens a week.
Can't beat
I do
that.
have wiggle room for more prims. So the more, obviously, every 100 more prims you do, you get another 75 added. I have a few stalls for 150 lindens a week, but it's also for 200 prims. I think I've gotten 3 patrons that have upped their prim count because they wanted to decorate or make it more pretty and stuff like that. And I mean, for 300 prims at 225 a week, where you gonna get that?
And where do they pay? They pay this little jar here. The
Yeah,
little
some of
sparkle
them
jar.
have a jar. Some of them have a jar. Some will have this little bone hand with the little crystal ball on it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
it
can
depends
always
on whatever was in my mood that day.
and you can always IM Luna. She'll have her board. Don't you
Yes.
have your online board up here somewhere
Yes,
too?
it's there's an online board right next to the auction area. So if I'm online, you could just send me an eye and be like, "Hey."
I'll leave your name in the notes below as well.
Yes.
So, what else was I going to talk about? I wanted to wrap it up about the Patreon, and then we're going to go ahead and let you go. Definitely look for some more videos because we're going to give you some tips and tricks on potted later on. So
Mhm.
I am definitely back on YouTube, and I'm going to try to make videos a lot more often. I'm definitely going to give you guys the tips and trick, but I'm going to head on over back to the main potted store to go over the Patreon
Okay.
with you, and then we're going to wrap up this video.
Okay, let's go ahead and head on over.
And I'm going to let you explain that because you probably know more about that than I do. Oh, let me turn on my UI. All right. Oh, I missed it. Can you? Oh, no, I think I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, here we are back at the potted main store. Again, I'll leave the link
Mhm.
below. You could go above and beyond the normal. There are pots here that you can only buy if you're Patreon, which makes them much more valuable.
And you have to be a certain Patreon level.
So we have how many different Patreon levels? Here we have 1, 2, 3,
We
4, 5,
have 7, yes.
7. Okay,
They
so
actually used to have 8, but they
oh,
knocked one off. Yes.
so you can start as low as $5 a month. So you would actually
Mhm.
join their Patreon and get 2 limited edition plant pots all the way up. Whoa, my
Yep.
camera went crazy. All the way up to 200. Yeah, all the way up to 200. And talk about some of the benefits that we get out of these that nobody else
Okay,
can get.
so I myself am a level 5. That's the $50 a month. And I get everything that's under the 5. So I'll get whatever rewards they got on 1, on 2, on 3, and on 4. Plus what I get on 5. And on 5, I get 2 harvest boosters. I get a 160 plant auto waterer. I get 2 level 3-star boosters. Now, boosters are awesome because once your plant is full grown and you want to hurry up and get it to at least a level 3 stars, you use your boosters.
Right.
Use your boosters and get those levels going.
Yeah, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait every hour.
3 weeks or something like that before it goes up.
Right.
And it's not easy because with each level that goes up, you got to wait longer and longer to get, because they don't make it easy for you.
Right.
Obviously, you got to work at it to get those levels up.
And which makes it more valuable. So if it's too easy, It's not valuable. Now, some of these pots, like the alien pots up here, are only available to Patreons that are level 7 and above, right?
Yep, and that's the $200 a month patron.
See, it says Patreon exclusive level 7. So you'll know what level you are depending on how much you're paying. So I am the $100 Patreon. I am what level?
You actually get to get the carnies. I don't even get carnies.
I'm a level 7, but I can't get anything 8 and above. So
no, you are a level 6.
Well, it says here Patreon level 7 exclusive changes monthly.
Well, according to, because you couldn't buy none of these, remember?
Well, let me try.
Level 7s.
I'm going to try to buy one when I get back on Firestorm, because I don't know how to put my inventory. I don't want to even try.
Yes.
But anyway,
she's trying to shop right now.
Some of these.
Oh, this
you can only buy. Oh, go ahead.
This pot was last month's patron.
Oh yeah.
It's this carny. If you were the $200 patron, you will get the moving carny.
Yes,
that makes little sand castles.
You see that with the shovel.
The Bo Peep up here was also
exclusive. I got this one.
Last month's patron.
This was
and
the $100.
Little guy in the pot.
The $100 people got the towers, and the $200 people got the moving carnies, which I'm jealous.
Yes.
But
then you get this little. My friend called it the spaghetti soup watering can.
Yeah, these are the watering cans.
These were this month. In a couple of days, we'll be getting our new ones. Yay! Oh! They also have. Sorry because before my mind goes crazy.
No, it's okay.
When you land here and you just want to try it out, you just want to start out, they do have, let me see where it's at, a starter pack. And the starter pack is only $4.99.
I didn't know that. See?
I know a lot of people don't see it, but it's right here for $4.99 inside the store. When you walk in, towards the left, right on the wall.
I see. You get a modern spider plant, a trendy ivy. Now you get pots. You get a spider pot, an ivy pot. You get seeds to plant, and you get water. Oh yeah, that's a good deal.
Yes, and 2 harvest bowls. And then they have the limited edition starter pack that they change this every month. So you could either do the regular $4.99 or you could do the limited edition. In other words, once the end of the month comes, this is retired. You cannot buy it. You cannot, unless somebody's selling in a third party market, you cannot get it. And it changes every month.
Well, there you go. So if you guys want to start out and not have to spend a lot of money, I would suggest the starter pack, or you could jump right in like I did and just start heading to the auctions and buying everything. But anyway, thank you for joining us on YouTube. I hope that, there's so much more to potted than we covered, but we'll go into that in later videos. I just kind of wanted to introduce you to it, show you what the new craze is. There's a large community of potted people. We're all potheads. The auctions are amazing. They're a lot of fun. It's a great community. And let me tell you something, when we have those charity events, it's hard to get in those. You can't get in. Let me just tell you, it's hard. Well, you could get in. But I get in too, but it is not. Let me just tell you, the sim is always full. That's how popular potted is.
They could get up to 150 people in because they get the special sims that they spend a lot of money on.
Period. So there you go.
Mhm.
Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, I am in world most of the time. You know who I am. Skylar Gregory, lunatigress, signing off.